your healthy carnivore. Um, I'm just doing this live really because I'm practicing for when I do my interview with Dave on Thursday, which is kind of exciting. Bart's here with me. Yeah. When I finally get to Target and those bikini shots start coming through, he's got the exclusive because he was the first one to agree to interview me when I'm sorted and happy. Okay, so I'm not going to just wait for people to come. I'm just going to talk. The subject is thyroid health. So I just want to talk a little bit. If you can hear a funny noise in the background, it's my chickens. One of them has just laid an egg. Really excited about it. Just try and ignore her. Just gloss over her. Yeah, I wanted to talk about the two things that I've learned about thyroid health in the last couple of months. Two things I wanted to say about that, really. One was earlier this year, I was starting to get incredibly heavy cycles. If you're a man and you're watching this, you may not be interested in that, but so I looked into why this change was happening to me, and the most likely cause was an underactive thyroid. So I have actually been, now, before I say the next bit, I just want to say I'm not a doctor or a scientist. I am in no authority to give advice. I am literally just a ordinary female in the UK trying to get her health together. So, please do not take this as medical advice. I'm just saying what I've done. Hi, Karen. I'm gonna finish what I was gonna say, and then I'm gonna ask you all to tell me if you want me to talk about anything. So I'm just gonna quickly finish what I was gonna say, just in case someone's come on here worried about their thyroid. So actually, so this is not medical advice, okay? But I have been supplementing with iodine on the advice of Dr. Ken Berry. And ever since I have done that, my cycles have improved dramatically. They are much less heavy, much less pain, and my cycle time has gone back to what it was as a teenager. Now, this isn't medical advice. I would advise you to check with your physician or do your own research. Even better, just go on the Dr. Ken Berry site and have a look at what his advice is on supplementing with iodine. I haven't used the Lugol's one. I've literally only used some sea kelp and some pink Himalayan rock salt that's got some iodine thrown in. That's all I've done. Now, I may have done the wrong thing, but it seems to be helping my thyroid. So I'm on the way to fixing that. Another piece of information, I actually spoke about it in my live yesterday, but it was right at the end. And most people don't watch any video right to the end. So I thought I'd pop it in here quickly. I was watching videos by Sarah Kleiner Wellness, who used to call herself Carnivore Yogi, and she has been helping people fix their thyroid by the blue light thing, the whole this kind of thing. Now, obviously, what I'm going to tell you is purely anecdotal, but I prefer that. I actually trust anecdotes over science every day. If that's not your thing, then, feel free to unsubscribe. But I am anecdotal over science every day of the week these days. And she had someone email her a couple of days ago to say that for 28 days, she's been blocking out her evening light with one of these, getting the natural light as much as possible, and just generally just watching her light environment. And in just 1 month, she's been able to come off her thyroid medication. After about 28 days of really, really taking the light seriously, she began to get jittery and things like that. And so she went to a doctor and he checked her thyroid levels, and they had become that of, she basically had to be taken off medication because her thyroid was so good that the medication was actually making her hyperthyroid. So I thought that was quite cool. So considering that all of our hormones in our body are controlled by this magic gadget in our neck, I think it's worthwhile doing whatever we possibly can to fix it. And I know that consistent carnivore, perhaps supplementing with a bit of iodine if you are low in that. You may not be. Like I said, I am not a doctor or a scientist. I am just someone who's just some ordinary female in the UK. I'm not really ordinary, but I'm not trained and I'm in no authority to give advice. So please talk to a physician or watch a video by Ken Berry. But yeah, I am quite excited. And if I can sort my thyroid out, which possibly is underactive, I don't know. I haven't had it tested, but the symptoms I've had this year are kind of, yeah, extraordinary. Yeah, that's the polite way, isn't it? That's the polite way of describing me. But but I'm not really ordinary, because most ordinary people are just happy to go to the doctor, take a medication, and crack on, you know. I'm not that person. My grandmother was very against medication, and she was a good influence on me. I don't think she would have taken the great government injectable that was banded around in 2021, and I didn't either. So if that offends you, then obviously can't help that, can I? I just don't trust the drug companies. Yeah, I think that the hypothyroid is going to be sorted with doing this. And if I can sort it, how fantastic that I didn't resort to going down the doctors to get medication, which is what my mum would have done. Bless her heart, God rest her. You know, she's paid the price for loving the drug companies, you know, because now she's not with us anymore. So following my grandmother's health and how fantastic she was in her health, she loved her meat as well. She hated the doctors and loved her meat, and she was so healthy, the healthiest human I've ever met. And my mum didn't really bother eating meat that much, loved the drug companies, and we all know what happened to her. So if you've just joined, I just wanted to talk about the couple of things that I found out about thyroid. As you can see, the bottom of my hair is skanky. That is another symptom of sorting out my hormones. I'd like to say that next year I'm going to have hair down here that I actually like to look at. I don't even know why it's in front of my t-shirt, actually, because it's gross, but it's here. Yeah, I love this t-shirt. It's so soft. I actually wear it all the time. Don't know if my husband likes having bark hair on my breast, but there you go. So anyway, I wanted to quickly talk about what I've learned about how we could possibly heal our thyroids and get our weight moving in the right direction, if that's what we want to do. It's not just about weight, though. It's all everything health. I will do another video aimed at women based on my cycle, but I'm going to wait until I've had 6 months of much improved, because I don't want to be saying things unless I've been doing it for 6 months. Anyway, I've got a little microphone here. I've also got my blue blockers, which I should probably be wearing. Yeah, but it's still light outside, getting loads of light. So anyway, now that I've waffled on about that, is there anything that you want me to talk about? I can find loads of things. Yeah, weight is just another symptom. My friend Charles Washington from Zeroing In on Health, he used to say it's only the lucky people that get fat. And what he meant by that is there are a lot of very slim people who've got lots of health problems going on underneath, and they don't find out about them. Whereas the people that are got weight to lose will go dig deep, try and fix their weight, and lo and behold, they've now lost the weight. And all the health problems. Sorry, I got distracted by the messaging. That's okay. Yeah. Do you know about Charles Washington, Karen? Do you know about him? He's gone quiet in the social scene now. He's taken a break, which is completely understandable. I don't know how many years I'd want to keep saying the same thing over and over again. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So you're saying that yeah, so we have these problems. His name is, not was, he's still very much alive. His name is Charles Washington. He's been carnivore for somewhere between 15 and 20 years. He set up Zeroing In on Health, and he was full of inspiration, and he loved everyone. And one of his expressions was, once you've found zero carb magic, you'll never lose it. And his other expression was, it's the lucky people that get fat, because the fat people, I don't want to be, I don't want to, some people are offended by that word. He said the lucky people get put on weight. And by that, he meant they're going to go and seek out a way of sorting themselves out. I know a lot of very slim people with health problems, and they have no idea why they have those health problems. And so, yeah. I think the term is skinny fat, isn't it? The term. I know people that are skinny fat. They look brilliant on the outside, but inside they've got a whole lot of health problems going on, like fatty liver, arthritis, you name it, endless problems. Exactly. Proper weight doesn't always equal healthy. I know I've got some weight to lose, but I do know lots of people that are smaller than me who've actually got more health problems than me now. There could be things going on inside me I don't know. There probably is. I don't know. But all the health niggles I did have gone. You know, I'm no longer waking up in the night. I no longer have psoriasis. I no longer have gastritis. Hello. Hello. Farmer's Wife Carnivore Life is a UK carnivore. Hi. We were just saying that being very slim isn't a guaranteed indicator of being healthy, and how some people are skinny fat. By that I mean they look perfect, but they have health problems going on inside. The reason I'm not overly concerned about my weight at the moment is because my health seems to be in order. And if I had more money, I'd go to a private GP somewhere and have my labs completely taken. If I could go and see Paul Mason, I would. He is fantastic. Yep. Yeah. I mean, my mother-in-law is a perfect example. She's the perfect weight. Well, she thinks she is. She's actually touching on underweight, but she has a multitude of health problems and has done for a long time. It's not just because she's getting older. I've known her for nearly 27 years, and she's had health problems, the arthritis, the gut problems. And if she would just do carnivore, all those problems will go away. But I've tried. Believe me, I have tried. You literally can't help some people, can you? But yeah, but the way it stands at the moment, so you were underweight and carnivore helped you back to a healthy weight. That's useful, because I am seeing people in forums saying, how do I get my weight up? I don't know how you do that, because surprisingly, it's not a problem I've ever had to deal with. Gosh, no, never. That's really cool. So you're probably looking amazing then if you've gone up using carnivore and not any other method. You're probably looking fantastic and feeling good too. That is the most important thing. You know, when you're a teenager, you're only interested in the way you look. But, you know, as every decade comes up, we're way more interesting. It's when we're interested in our health. And the weight's not so important. It naturally happened for you. That's cool. You didn't do anything special. It just happened. That's so brilliant. The reason I set my channel up, as you know, is because I haven't been able to reach anyone on the outside world. No one's listening. So if I can do this and just help one person, if I can just get one person to become healthier, and then they come back to me in a few months' time and say, thank you so much for your channel, I'm now healthier. That, oh wow, that's just going to blow the roof off. My head will explode. It'd be amazing. So yeah. So I started the video talking about thyroid and how I'm trying to fix mine. Yeah, we can't persuade anyone, but the main reason I can't persuade anyone, I've helped you, Karen, but you probably already knew about it though. You must have known about it before you followed my channel, because it sounds like you've been dabbling with it for a while. That's okay. The people I'm trying to reach are the ones that have currently got absolutely no idea that they can heal their whole body just by eating meat. God, that would be amazing. I couldn't save my mum. I won't be able to save a mother-in-law. I do have one close friend who's showing an interest. Won't mention names. I don't think she'll do it yet, but I think it's going to require more and more and more videos before she suddenly goes, oh, go on then, I'm going to give that 30 days. I'm so excited. Because at the moment, I'm the only person in my world who's doing it. So, yeah. Is there anything else anyone wants to talk about? This is a kind of a practice run for Thursday, because I'm talking to Dave. No Carb Life on Thursday. So I wanted to check my tripod and my microphone, see if that's working. Obviously, you can hear me. So that sounds cool. Yeah. Da, da, da. Yeah, crazy. I should have had the name Crazy Carnivore. Yeah, just want to save somebody's life. But, oh yeah, the other thing I was going to say is, because I haven't lost all the weight, people don't see it. I think people are, yeah, so it's horrible to see your family sick, but they don't get the connection. No, should eat your broccoli. We haven't had fruit and veg in this house for a long time. Yeah, one of the reasons it's amazing, because I was doing a video the other day about what my why was for losing weight, and it keeps coming back to the same thing. It's not even for a selfish reason. I don't even care if I look like this the rest of my life, but the people around me that are sick are not going to take any notice of me or this way of eating until I've lost the weight. If everyone around me can see that I'm slim, they're going to say, wow, what Sarah's doing actually can't be healthy after all. That's amazing. Find someone starving and say, get them meat. No one ever says, go and get them some gruel. No one ever said, give them a salad, did they? No. I think Tanya just joined then. I'm not sure. The chat doesn't stay on the screen, which is really, really annoying to me. So, and I've now bashed the microphone again. Hi, Tanya. We've been discussing thyroid health. We've been discussing also skinny fat people, the people that are naturally slim looking, but they've got a whole load of health problems underneath. And that's not me. I'm actually the one that's a bit more fat, but hopefully no health problems underneath. And any ones that I do have are going to be sorted in the next 12 months, I'll tell you now. Well, I don't know. When I don't eat cheese, I do look less bloated. That's certainly true. When I give up cheese, I do instantly lose about 6 or 7 pounds overnight. Going through it is horrible, but it is worth it. And I've now gone off the taste of dairy, so I'm going to stay off it because I cannot bear the feeling of it going in. I can't bear the feeling of it coming out. And obviously it affects my psoriasis. Well, when I say overnight, a couple of days, about 3 days, you know, I say overnight. Compared to how I normally lose weight, which is like a pound every never, it feels like it's overnight. I am eating eggs at the moment. I'm on holiday and we're enjoying eating bacon and eggs together. I try and eat mostly yolks, try and stay off the whites, only because I keep hearing how yolks are better for us than the whites. So sometimes I give the whites to my chickens and eat the yolks. Yeah, like yesterday I was saying that my non-negotiable is that I always stay in ketosis now. So I've got a timer set on my phone. A pound every never. Oh, I know. That's how I lose weight. About 1 pound every year. Yeah, that's how I roll. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I was saying about my non-negotiable is that I want to stay in ketosis. I've got a timer set on my phone. It's counting the days up. And when I get to 1 year of staying in ketosis every single day, I'll be able to declare that I've had my best year ever. So that's my goal. That is my goal to be. So within that, some days will be lion, some days will be just a mixed carnivore, and on special occasions or a special date like a party, it might be a bit more dirty keto, but then the next day back to carnivore and then more lion. And that's how it's going to be for me now. I am not going to eat more than 5 to 10 carbs of carbs ever again, at least for the next 12 months anyway. A whole egg is probably better if we take some time to think about it, but yolks rock. Yeah, there are some people that can't eat a whole egg for some reason. I don't know why. If I'm trying to up my fat, I'll ditch all the whites, but sometimes I just eat all of it. Some people say that weights can contribute to the hair loss. I don't check my ketones a lot because the ketone strips are so expensive. And I can generally tell if I'm burning ketones because in the morning I always have to have this disgusting breath. And I would just know, just the way I feel, because when I'm in ketosis versus when I'm out, I can feel it. You know, checking it with the blood and the glucometer is really just to prove that how I'm feeling, because I can tend to tell that I'm in ketosis. I just feel completely different. You know, my carb cravings are switched off, my food cravings are switched off, and I just feel alive. But I've never done it long enough to get the results I want, and this is why. But this channel is helping me so much. You guys are helping me so much because you are my accountability. And since I've learnt the word discipline, I already knew the word discipline, but I've been reading a book by Jocko Willink and watching videos. I highly recommend his channel. If you're worried about your willpower, go and watch the Jocko Willink channel. There's a couple of videos he talks about motivation and discipline. And one of his expressions is, discipline won't allow it. And for the next couple of days after watching that video, I said it over and over and over again. over and over. Discipline won't allow it. And so now, you know, the next time I go on a family holiday or I'm tempted, I will say no, because my discipline won't allow that to happen to me. And I feel strong. This is the strongest I've been in a while, actually. I feel stronger every day. Talking to you guys helps. And I can't help other people fix their weight and their health, mostly health, because that's more important. The older you get, the more the health is more important than the weight. I'm not going to fix anyone in the real world until they start looking at me and saying, gosh, you've lost so much weight. What have you done? That's my way in. I will then introduce them to my channel and say, watch my videos. Where I'm in the UK, I'm in the southeast. I'm just slightly southwest of London. I can get to London in about 20 minutes from where I am. It sounds posh, but it's not really. It's not really. Yeah, just up the A3, and I'm in London. So if anyone knows that road, they'll know roughly where I live. Yeah, so because like I said, I was trying to do a video the other day about what my motivation was for losing weight. So he fell off the last week of the week. Starting again. Don't worry. As long as we keep coming back to it, like Charles says, once you felt the magic, you keep coming back to it. This will always be my signature eating now. This is what's exciting to me at the moment, because in the beginning, it wasn't my signature eating. Back in 2014, 2015, eating a load of crap was my normal eating, my signature eating. And now this is. So I've, over the time period of the last 8.5, 9 years, I've become more like, this is me. This is my, I'm not going to break into song, but this is, you're Southwest. We're going there soon. Very nice. Wish we lived in the Southwest. Yeah, it'd be good to have a UK meetup. There is a Facebook group called Carnivore UK, so check that out. I'm in that one. Yeah, now I've got lost in my train of thought again, haven't I? What was I talking about? Probably something to do with wanting to help people. I did a video the other day. I talk about this a lot. And I was trying to work out what my why was. And I'm going through all the clothes I might want to wear, or the bikini I might want to wear. But it all just felt fake to me. It all just felt like nothing to me. If I stayed looking like this for the rest of my life, I don't actually really care. My biggest concern is all the people walking around in the world who are sick. And I desperately want to help people. It's become my biggest motivator now. If I never lost any more weight on a personal vanity level, I don't even actually care. I feel great. I don't have any particular health problems. I'm not on any medication. But everyone around me is not well. Everyone around me is on some kind of medication. You know, you're seeing people have surgery for their arthritis, and you're like, oh, please, if you'd listened to me, you could have avoided that surgery. And then someone else has medication for this and medication for that. And I'm like, if you just listen for 5 seconds, you could have stopped that. But they won't listen until I'm slim. That's the crux of it, basically. So I'm now trying to get slim to help other people. And that is the honest truth. It keeps coming back to that. Yeah, it would be lovely to be slimmer, but it isn't my main motivation. Yeah, mother-in-law's had a knee op. Yeah. My mother-in-law just destroyed her hip by falling over. Now, if she was eating like me, if over the last 8.5 years she'd eaten like me, she probably wouldn't have fallen over. And if she had, she probably would have got through it fine. So, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say, really. I want to talk about thyroid and my motivation and my non-negotiables. She's actually doing fine. She is doing fine. Remember more about her neck. She fractured her neck at the same time. So that delayed the operation, and that delayed her. Yeah, very serious arthritis and very, very, very brittle bones. But she's obsessed with thinness. She idolized people like Twiggy. I don't know if you know the model Twiggy from the 60s. And she idolized them and just doesn't eat any fat and just wants to be thin, and it's destroyed her health. Oh my goodness me. The moment I started doing carnivore, I instantly became aware of people sick around me. You don't notice it so much when you're in that fog. When you're in the carb ditch with everybody else and you've got your niggles and you've got your bits and problems, you don't notice it. But within 30 days of carnivore, you are noticing sick people around you everywhere. People in the supermarket bent over double, people being pushed around in wheelchairs, people standing in the line for their repeated prescriptions. Oh, and you just want to say, just eat your meat and you'll be better. But you can't. Yeah. I have ordered a t-shirt from Kerry from Homestead How. He's doing t-shirts that say, I eat only meat, ask me why. I'm not going to start wearing it yet because I'm obviously still carrying on some pounds, and people are going to take one look at it and go, well, she's still overweight, isn't she? So I'm not going to do what she's doing. So I've deliberately ordered a size down. It's going to go at the back of my wardrobe. And now that this has become my signature eating, I think I've got a much, much, much higher chance of getting people to notice. Please tell me I can do it. I've got my blue blockers. I'm looking out the window in the morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, trying to get the sunrise. I'm going out on my bike rides. I'm being consistent. I am disciplined. I'm taking my iodine to try and sort out my thyroid. Not that's a recommendation, by the way. Always talk to your physician. And as the people are coming in and going out, but I think it's just me, Karen, and Tanya at the moment. Maybe Karen's gone. Don't know. Oh yeah, Karen's still here. Yep. Anonymous person with bumper sticker about losing weight on some vegetable diet. I was like, whoa. Yeah. And vitamin D from the sun. Doing a lot of that. I'm not taking any supplements for that. I have wondered, though, about taking a good quality vitamin C supplement because that's supposed to help with iron absorption. I've got the black tea's gone, so hopefully that's going to help. Is it worth me taking a good quality vitamin C to help with the iron absorption? Because if my iron is low, I am seriously considering having that tested, by the way. I hate the doctors. I will do whatever it takes not to go to the doctors. All they do is hand out pills. And then they'll probably invent something else that's wrong with me and try and put me on a statin. Who needs that? Yeah. See this? Yeah, I think I've talked about everything I wanted to talk about. So let's just, yeah. Yeah. I just read that, if we take vitamin C, it can increase absorption, especially if it's ascorbic acid. That's not a recommendation, by the way. I'm just saying, would it be worth it? And not ascorbic acid. That doesn't. Okay. All right. I won't do that. Just stay off the tea. Keep eating the red meat. And I may not even be low on iron. It's just something I'm looking into. It may not even be true. So, yeah, we've had quite a lot of good conversation there, I think. I might even watch this video back to myself because I think we've had some good talk and better versions of vitamin C. Yeah. If anyone's suddenly just joined, we were discussing how there's a possibility I could be iron deficient because of my terrible black tea habit that I've had over the last few years. I now don't drink black tea, and so I'm waiting for my potential iron deficiency to sort itself out. I don't know. All of these things are just things I've heard. All of these things. Actually, I don't eat liver myself. Probably wise to do it a bit, wouldn't it? I'm not that keen on liver, but I hear what you're saying. Yeah. So don't take the supplement. Just keep doing what I'm doing. I need to double check if my iron levels are down because no, it shouldn't do. I think it's the terrible black tea habit that I had that's made that if that is the case, But like I said, I'll do anything. Send me links to anything else to try because I'm now implementing. Every time I hear of something that might be the reason I don't lose weight, I'm implementing it. So if you send me a link, I will look into it. I know tea is so British. This is the thing. People in other countries don't realize how precious we are with our tea. And if somebody else makes it and they get it wrong, milk first, not milk first, strong builder's tea. It's a ritual, isn't it? It's our life. I must say, I did throw my toys out of my cot, actually, at the thought of not having my tea in the morning. But what would Jocko say? Don't be weak. Jocko Willink says, discipline won't allow that, and don't be weak. But my goodness me, I did throw a little strop at the thought of not having my tea anymore. It might be that I can have it in the future, in a crisis. Put the kettle on, you know. What Brits say, if in doubt, put the kettle on. Yeah. I think the idea of just beef and water to me still is elusive. I do it some days, but not all of the days, especially living with carb addicts. I cook them meals. They're eating their stuff, you know, and then I go to work and there's unmentionables all over the staff room table, which I have to avoid. And they say to me, why don't you go in the staff room? Why aren't you in the staff room with us having your lunch? Because I don't want to sit there watching you eat this crap that you eat. And then every other day there's a CAKE in there. I don't want to see it. I'm a recovering carb addict. Stop. And they're all moaning about their weight, as I do. Stop making the cakes. I hate feeders. There's another topic, isn't there? Feeders. People that try and make you get bigger so they look a bit better themselves. I can't stand that. The last person that somebody wants if they're overweight is to be fed something just for popularity contest. That's another thing. That's another video I'd like to talk about. Yeah, I'm going to look into eating liver and biscuits. Yeah, exactly. Tea and biscuits is such a British institution, isn't it? Painful. When I was a child, I used to stay at my nan and granddad's house every weekend. And then in the morning, my granddad would be in there, 7 o'clock, cup of tea in one hand, shaking the biscuit barrel with the other hand. And now in the morning, I mean, it took me years to grow out of that biscuit habit. Wow. I associated tea with the biscuit. It took me ages to get out of that. That's hard. I actually think it's quite cool doing a live. For some reason, it's not mirroring me. So the things if I do a normal video, it mirrors me. I don't know how to stop that. I'll turn it off. But on a live, you can actually read it. Hang on a minute. This one's around the wrong way, isn't it? It is the wrong way. Yesterday, the other live I did the other day, it was around the right way. That's interesting. Tell me if you can see this t-shirt the right way or the wrong way. If it's reading the wrong way. I think it is reading the wrong way. I've just looked down and realised. So that's blown that out of the water. So I'm basically wearing my Meat Militia t-shirt the wrong way around. Oh, it's the right way. You can actually read it correctly. Feeders are annoying. You know, my mother-in-law likes to be really thin. One year she won a chocolate hamper down at the school, and because she doesn't want to eat it because she's worried about getting fat, she gave me the hamper. Even though I'm twice the size of her, she thought it was better for me to gain an extra couple of pounds. People are like that. Even though, yeah, tea is so not good for us. But it's touted as being good of antioxidants. I've even seen articles saying that these are the tannins, and I'm thinking, I'm going to trust Paul Mason over you guys that are just marketing your products, you know? Yeah. So basically, I am going to watch, even if no one else watches this live back later on, I'm going to watch it because I think we've had quite a lot of conversations that are motivating even to myself. Hopefully someone finds something I say interesting. You're still here, aren't you? And I like doing it live because I get to chat to people and I don't feel like a mong just staring at my screen talking to no one. Yeah. So you can actually read this correctly. That's weird because I'm seeing a mirror of it. So I don't know. I'm reading it backwards from what I can see. Anyway. Yeah, I'm even worried about fruit teas. But heading into the UK winter, I'm worried about not having my tea. I've heard from Stephanie Keto Person that Red Bush might not be bad. It certainly hasn't got any caffeine and it hasn't got any tannins, but it's still a plant drink though, isn't it? I'm going to have to get used to the silver tea, which is basically boiling hot water. It's so boring in the winter. You know, UK winters are very dark, very damp and disgusting. And the thought of just drinking hot boiled water isn't appealing. moment, but I know that I've got to do everything. Yeah, you see, I'm not having the butter, but that's mainly because try and live in the future. I don't know. I don't know what's happening in the future. I'd actually rather go back to the past. If I had a time machine, I certainly wouldn't go to the future. I'd go back to the past. Yeah, we're all going to hold each other accountable. Definitely. This video, this channel has helped because with the situation with my mother-in-law falling over and breaking things, that would so easily have made me come for eat before. But because I had this channel and you guys are all watching me and waiting to see how I do, and some of you have full faith that I'm going to be slim next year, and so I was like, I'm not compensating from this. I am not going there. And I didn't. It's amazing. I just rode over it. The husband was grumpy as hell, but I rode over it, straight over the top. Blinkers on, going for it. Yeah. Oh, Karen. Oh, bye, Karen. I'm going to stop in a minute because this is a long one, isn't it? I am having an interview with Dave. Like I said yesterday, I was going to cancel that because I worry about people leaving comments on his page saying, well, if she's carnivore, why isn't she not ideal weight yet? And I didn't want to have to skirt around the issue and make excuses for it. It's boring. But yeah. I know, I've been looking after my creatures. My chickens drive me crazy. But you have a good day. I'm not going to cancel. I've got a t-shirt up for Bart because I asked him back in March that if I ever get to slim, he's got my first interview, and he agreed. And so I was so excited. And now someone's actually approached me for an interview, and I'm like, okay. So I've now got a new tripod, got a microphone thing going on. Yeah, this is a good look, isn't it? I put these on and 2 people disappear. Anyway, if there's anything else you want to talk about, I think I've talked about everything today. It's just getting... I don't know how anyone can love my hair. If you look at it close up, oh my word. There's something not right, either with my hormones or some level thing, because yeah, I am better than in my before pictures. Yeah. I was really glad I found that picture because that picture was actually on a broken laptop, and I decided that the only way to prove to people that I haven't made a complete disaster of the last 8 years was to find that before picture. Bye. Addison just popped in to say that they like my hair, and now they've gone again. That's nice. Bye. Yeah, I thought I'd find that picture, so I had to get the old laptop going, and but it was important to me and to the viewers because I want them to know that I haven't spent the last 8.5 years on and off carnivore for zero benefit. I'm definitely smaller. Oh, bye. Bye, farmer's wife. Nice chatting to you. Bye. Yes, just going to be me and Tanya left, I think, now. That's cool. So I just finished saying I wanted to find the before picture so that people can say, okay, yeah, okay, she's messed about, but she still has seen benefits. She's reversed a load of stuff. She's smaller than she was. So it's not all a disaster. And well, if YouTube processes this video, I will just upload it straight away. I did do a video 2 nights ago that refused to be processed, and I think I had it on the wrong setting. I think I had it set to private instead of public. Still got a lot to learn. But yeah, the last thing I want to say is I forgot what I was going to say now. There's a fly on my burger. Go away, fly. Having burgers again. Here is my plate. See? Now, knowledge is something I'm not short on. I don't think I'm an expert on anything, but I might have messed about. But I had, at the moment, I'm having 3 small meals a day because I'm trying to eat in touch with my family. When I go back to work in September, I am going to drop that to 2 meals. So at the moment, I'm having bacon and eggs with my family at breakfast time. A couple of small burgers at lunchtime just to keep me going. In the evening, I'm having steak. I mean, there are some people that say that actually that's a better way to eat because it's less stress on the body. I don't know. There are the people that say only eat once a day. And then there's other people that say that's stressful for a female body, eat 3 small meals a day. Who knows? I can only try different things. But when I go back to work, I won't have time to have breakfast in the morning with my family. So it'll be a case of fast in the morning and at lunchtime, pop into one of the kitchens that we've got at the school, cook myself a steak, and then come home and have maybe burgers in the evening or something like that. And then that probably tide me over. Yeah. Come online tomorrow and we'll chat to you. Struggling from cheese the cheese withdrawal. Do you know that person that called me a liar? I ended up deleting the video that I made on my cheese withdrawal. I would so love to update that, to upload it now. I wish I had. I was in such a state. I was sat in the car waiting to go into work and I was sniffing like crazy and I wanted to cry. I've never felt so rough. Since I had a flu when I was 10, I don't think I've felt that rough ever since. I was in the car and I just had brain fog and I wanted to cry. Yeah, it's someone that's just joined. We're talking about cheese withdrawal and how I'm never going back onto it ever again, and how I did a video on me to motivate me, but I actually still remember making it. I'm never going to forget that feeling. As you get near to the end of the school term, the kids start to riot and they're a bit feral, and and that was a hard week when I gave up the cheese. You've got 360 kids in your face playing up, and I'm trying to withdraw from cheese, and I was sniffing constantly, brain fog, headache. I could have cried at any second, and that's not me. I'm not a crier, especially when I'm in ketosis. I find it almost impossible to cry when I eat like this. My head's so clear and I'm so not emotional. I'm so more level-headed when I eat this way. So yeah, if you're going for cheese withdrawal right now, I feel your pain. It will get better. You may not feel it like I did, but I've given up cheese 3 times in my life, and I have to say, each of those times was horrible. You know, and I've done each of those times trying to work in a school with kids, and they're blah 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 at me, and I'm like, I just want to go and crawl into some very dark hole somewhere and cry because this is not nice. But worth it though. When you come out the other side though, you feel better than ever. So it's worth it. It is worth it, I think. Just going to put the chat back on there. See what you say. Oh, you might not suffer. You might not suffer. Some people don't. But yeah. So yeah, I don't know whether I'm going to do another live. I've got my interview on. I can come and do one at the same time if you want. My husband will be at the hospital visiting his mom, and I can come and do another one at about the same time, about 2:30. If it helps me too, because by doing all this talking, it motivates me too. So this is all motivating everyone, hopefully. Yeah. I don't know how someone came on and said they like my hair, because this is a scraggy mess down here. It won't grow. So I'm hoping that sorts itself out once the thyroid's sorted. So I'm going to keep going with that. Yeah, if you want to come chat to me, if it helps, and it helps me too. It helps me too. I don't know if anyone watches this video back, they're probably not going to get this far. But what you were saying earlier about me being knowledgeable, I have got quite a lot of experience in the carnivore world. Just because I've messed about doesn't mean I haven't picked up. I've just touched the microphone, you probably heard that. Just because I've messed about doesn't mean I don't have a lot of experience. You know, when I am hanging around in carnivore Facebook groups, I am quite helpful and useful, because I've seen so many people transform their health, you know, and I've seen all the same arguments over and over again, and why, you know, I'm worried about this and I'm worried about that, and you see it all the time. I just wish I could see someone in the real world transform themselves. That's what I want. So if me losing my weight means that somebody takes an interest and then they come on this channel and then they fix themselves. If that's what it takes, that's what it takes. I do have a box of clothes in the loft that are smaller, so it's not going to harm me to lose some weight, but I think I'm going to do it now because I'm going to repeat myself now. But if anyone's just joined, my signature eating now is to eat this way all the time. I know I said this earlier on, but we've got new people just joined, and I just want to say that this is my signature eating now. So I've gone from eating rubbish all the time and being carnivore for a bit to now being carnivore most of the time, or at least at the absolute minimum dirty keto, always in keto, and then, you know, with a week off here or there. I've set the timer on my phone to be, and I have to stop it the first day I'm not in keto, and I don't want to do that. I'm excited. I want to be able to, in 12 months' time, say, I've had 365 days of perfect keto. I was under 10 grams of carb every single day. And now these are my results. This is what I found out. This is what I look like. Ta-da! And with any luck, I've lost a load of weight. Somebody at work or somebody out, one of my friends has noticed. They've started carnivore and then they're getting better. That is the dream. That is literally the dream. I'm a bit like Kerry at Homestead How. Got the same dreams, but he's obviously managed to lose the weight, and so people have taken more interest. So his channel has gone. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for at the moment. This is just temporary channel. I want mine to explode, but only because I want to help more people. I don't plan to make any money out of this. I don't want any attention. I just want to help people. I want to see everyone around me better. That is the dream. That is the goal. Anyway, I think 45 minutes is probably enough of waffling. I'll come back on here tomorrow at 2:30. I'll set a timer to come back on if you want to come talk to me again. I will try and think of a different topic to start off with so it's not boring. Because while I'm waiting for people to come and join the live chat, I don't want people that watch it later on to be bored. I've watched lives before when they've been pre-recorded, and I'm sitting like 20 minutes waiting for them to actually say something. I think no. Just get on there and go boom, chat, and try and keep people interested while you're waiting for people to join in. Anyway, thank you for staying with me all this time. I'm hoping that something I've said is useful. Good luck with your cheese withdrawal, anyone that's doing it. I do recommend it. But it's going to be a little bit. Why are you doing it? Anyway. Okay, 2:30 tomorrow. I'll be here. If not, there's been some disaster happen because there isn't an awful lot going on in my life at the moment. So if I forget, I'm so sorry. Okay. For the person that's just joined, I'm really sorry, but we're going now because I've done enough talking. I'm going to drink my water. I'm going to find myself some more meat and put my blue blockers on. And yeah, and you have a great day. I might watch this back later to motivate myself. If someone's annoying me or trying to feed me with something they shouldn't be. Okay. You take care, guys. Bye.